Hello everybody, it's Chatty Sparkly Runners, and today it's quite an exciting time at the moment because races are back on, or you can enter them, and marathons are being scheduled for September and October. So we're going to have a look at marathon training, especially the first part of your marathon training, which really should be Chatty Sparkly running. It's the base training. So the marathons are coming in September and October. What have you noticed, Anne?
Oh, well, I did a bit of a sneaky peek at plans. You know, I'm really nosy like that.
Yeah.
And actually, I was really surprised because I looked at two and they were both only 16 weeks long. And I thought, wow, just 16 weeks to build up so that you're able to complete a marathon.
Well, but in a way, that's ideal because if the people out there now are going to do those plans, and they might choose to do it or not, we'll talk about that right at the end, is they've got 10 weeks now of building up in order to do that plan.
So there's a bit missing then.
Yeah. So the base, the Chatty Sparkly base training that we began to talk about last week is missing. So what is your goal of your marathon training? And it's doing what we're doing now. It's running tirelessly and just being able to run tirelessly for hour on end.
Feeling good.
Feeling good
and fresh.
And fresh. And of course you'll be doing your sparkles because they're going to make you to be able to run more efficiently.
Yeah, so it's this base training before the 16 weeks.
10 weeks.
10 weeks of base training.
Start it, or 12 weeks if you're starting now and you're doing the London Marathon.
Wow, plenty of time, isn't it? So what are we going to advise people to do? Are they going to start this 10-week Chatty Sparkly base training?
12 weeks. I think they've got 12 weeks. So they've got to get themselves into that tireless state. So their most important training will be their long run. So they've got to, after those 12 weeks, if you're going to do the marathon, that's got to be up to 2 hours.
Right, so you've got to be running tirelessly for 2 hours at the end of the 12 weeks.
And sometime in those 12, you've got an option. You're going to build up the amount of chatty running that you do. So you've got an option. You can add a chatty day in, a chatty running day. You can add some time to one of your non-long run days, or you can add to your long run.
Yeah, because it's about building up that volume. You said you want to be aiming for about 26 miles in total, didn't you, last week?
Yeah, in the week. Yeah,
in the week. So you've got to be careful that you're not running 2 hours at the weekend and then hardly doing anything in the week. So it's got to be about balance.
Yeah, it's about balance. So
you've got to build up both, but not at the same time.
Exactly, and it's up to you. You've got to be a feeling-based runner and work out where you are. So this is quite exciting because really what you've got to do is at the end of your long run, you've got to be aware, because you're a feeling-based runner, of how tired you are at the end. Because if you are tired, that's enough for you. So just add a bit.
Don't add any more
to your long run. Add an extra day, or add another 10 minutes to your second longest run of the week.
And keep that long run going for a bit until you feel like it's easy and you can carry on doing more.
And when you finish it, if you finish it thinking I could do a lot more than that, I can go a lot faster, that's fantastic, and that's when to improve it. Because you've got 12 weeks to do it, so use the time wisely.
And if you're building up, I think we should say to people, because I've seen on these plans where the long run suddenly has 20 minutes added to it.
Yeah, or it goes fast at the end or something.
Yeah, that's a bit too much. So if you're going to do it listening to your body, and you know that you're ready to build the length of that long run, it's only going to be another 5 or 10 minutes that you're going to add on.
Yeah.
And you're going to see how that goes, see how you feel.
And
if it was easy, then you can build it up again the following week.
That's what we're after.
If it's not easy, if it was a little bit harder, then just
might even come back a bit, mightn't you?
Back a bit.
Yeah. So what should it feel like if the training's going nicely? Should feel like you're looking forward to the next session. You're fresh. Most importantly, you're recovered. You've got no aches and pains in your legs. Everything's easy.
Yeah. You're not pushing yourself.
And what does
coming back to the push factor, you're not pushing yourself.
So what does it feel like when it's not going well? You're dreading going out, your legs are aching like crazy, and the key thing is you have to put the same effort in to go the same speed, because that really means, like I said that last week, but it's so important in that what's happening there is you're not recovered. So if you're putting more effort in to go the same speed, you just haven't recovered your fitness, so it's getting worse.
Yeah.
And then,
so let's talk a bit about recovery then, because that's a key part of this 10-week build-up, isn't it?
yeah, you've got to learn
Giving
how to
yourself
recover.
the right recovery time.
You've got to build yourself into being able to run an hour and for it not to touch you, so you could go out the next day. And you've got to know when you're recovered. And if you've done that, and you're aware of your body, and when you're recovered, when you're not recovered, you've built up your long run, then you're in the position then, perhaps, to do your 16 weeks of marathon training.
Okay.
There should be lots of questions on this, I think. So if
I was just going to say about what's a recovery day for you, because we did talk about that, didn't we?
Ah, okay. So we're saying that for some people, we'll have to start running again.
Yeah, it's the wind blowing.
So,
we turned the corner and we went into the wind.
yeah, so a recovery day for me at the moment is 40 minutes chatty running, and I know that that will help me to recover, and I'll be more recovered the next day. If by
and you walk up hills as well.
Sometimes it's a steep hill,
on a recovery day.
Yeah. If you're running 3 times a week, and just by going out running for chatty 40 minutes, you're quite tired the next day, then obviously you're not going to recover off that. So walk is really good for you, and don't underestimate the power of walking.
If you're aiming for the marathon, lots of walking is great.
Yes.
It's time on your feet, isn't it?
Yeah.
And it's aiding your recovery. So we've talked about these 10 weeks that you're going to be doing your Chatty Sparkly build-up. So if you've got any questions
about how to, because I know we haven't been very prescriptive with how to increase your training, because it's different for everybody. But if people want to ask us
we're more
how
than
they
happy
should
to
increase, just tell us what you're doing now and what you want, and we'll say, well, we give you the idea of how you can improve.
Yeah, so you can contact us by joining our Facebook group. We're always happy to have questions on there, and other people are there to advise you as well. There's plenty of Chatty Sparkly experts on there.
Trained up.
Yeah, contact us also at the end of the YouTube video on the comment section, or via our website chattysparklyrunners.co.uk.
And I've done my 10 weeks.
You've done,
and I'm now, I just don't want to stop now. I want to carry on forever. But have we got to stop?
Well, I think we've got to stop, turn around and go back. Because the car's such a long, long way away now. We're that much fitter.
Okay, I'll see you all next week.
So we'll see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.